Today, I wanted to talk about some recent paddle releases. I've gotten a few paddles, I had a chance to hit them a little bit. I wanted to give you my thoughts. First, I want to talk about the Friday Fever 102. This is a beta prototype. This is a wide body. You might remember that the Friday Fever came out in elongated shape recently to a lot of fanfare, especially for its $99 price. Well, now they have a wide body prototype that I've had a chance to test out for a little bit. This is a Generation 3 wide body. It has 10mm cells. It's 16mm thick. This paddle plays all court, needs a little bit of weight. Stock, it's 8 ounces, has a 114 swing weight and a twist weight of a nice 6.9. It has that hollow Generation 3 feel, and it does feel just a bit head heavy for a wide body. You won't see many of these just yet. These prototypes are out in the wild, but chances are that somebody you know has had a chance to hit this. The original Friday paddle released at $99, and you can take $5 off if you use my code SSPBC. No word yet what the Fever 102, when it's released, will come out at, but hopefully it'll be the same price point. If so, that'll be a big winner. As I said, this paddle plays all court, not the same power and pop as 11624 Pegasus Power or Alpha Pro Power, but more than the Oracle from Spartus. I think it compares most favorably to the Saga Bloom from Vatic Pro. I think that's its closest comp. But with that said, I think the 102 has a little bit more power. So be on the lookout for this when this eventually releases. I did hear word that there's another prototype out there in the wild. Hopefully I'll get my hands on that and be able to compare these. Next up is the Surter from Element 6 Pickleball. This is Generation 3.5, I would say. It has strips of EVA foam with carbon ribs, similar to the Ripple. It is hybrid shape, 16mm, and has T700 carbon fiber face. It is thermoformed and is USAP PB Core approved. It retails for $199.99 on their website, but you can take 10% off using a code. You can use code JohnQ, or Dr. Christy Price, who's a big proponent of this paddle, has a code of her own as well. Can't remember what that is off the top of my head. It plays and feels like a Ripple V2. It's a little heavy. This one came in at 8.4 ounces with a swing weight of 118, which is a little high for a hybrid paddle. It has a great twist weight of 6.7. It plays fine stock, which is good because that won't tolerate a whole lot of customization, unless you really like to swing Thor's hammer. It's got a powerful, dense foam feeling with loads of power and pop. The ball just explodes off the paddle face. Like the Ripple, it has touch if you loosen your grip, especially at the kitchen. Basically, it plays like a cheaper Ripple V2, $190 versus $260 after code. It is a smaller company and most don't have much experience with them, which is a little different than the Ronbus, but it does have a 1-year limited warranty, so that's very nice. Speaking of Ronbus, our next paddle is the Ronbus Refoam. This is Ronbus's first foray into full foam sheet paddles. It has a different type of foam. This is an MPP foam using supercritical foam technology. Watch Pickleball Pursuits podcast, episode 49, in the Nerd Town segment to hear Justin, Pickleball etc., talk more about supercritical foam. It also has some 3D lattice segments of lower density foam and a carbon fiber grid in places along the periphery to reduce dead spots, increasing the sweet spot. Dong from Ronbus does not call this a power paddle and is not meant to compete with the Ripple in terms of firepower. Think more carbon true foam Genesis. This is the elongated. There's also a hybrid shape. This has only been released to Ronbus Connect members for now, and no word on its release pricing. It is USAP and PB Core approved. It is light, as opposed to the Ripple. 7.8 ounces, swing weight 114, and twist weight is 6.3. Nice stats from an elongated paddle and ready for customization. Stock, it plays all court at best for power. It is quick and maneuverable, and you'll find where it shines is at resets and touch shots. It is a very forgiving paddle. I played it side by side with my True Foam Genesis, and the True Foam feels denser, poppier, and more plow through. This feels more like a muted version of the True Foam Genesis. It was better at the short game than the True Foam, not as much power from serves and baseline drives. For power, you'll think the J2NF, down a little the True Foam Genesis, and then the Refoam. Now if you add a little weight, you'll gain some of that power back. For paddles that I've hit recently, it plays more like the Harmony from Pickleball Apes and maybe the Revaya from Evora. Like I said, no official pricing or release date yet, but when it comes out, you can bring the price down with my code, and I'll put my code on the screen. Okay, I saved my favorite of the bunch for last. This is the Bread and Butter Wild Fang. And if you know Bread and Butter, you'll see that this is a bit muted in terms of their graphics for them. But it still has a very sharp look, I think, and I love wide edge guards. This is elongated. This is their Shogun shape. Basically, think a Shogun, but with a layer of fiberglass and a 3K carbon fiber surface. It is Generation 2 thermoformed with some foam, 16mm honeycomb polypropylene core, Stock, mine was just under 8 ounces with a swing weight of 116, twist weight of 5.9, and a balance point of 238. It plays great, so much fun. All court landing power, similar to the Core Super Core to me, but it feels great and fairly plush for an elongated paddle. That's more like the Mark II R2 in terms of feel. It's maneuverable for its size, and I just found my shots to be hitting pure. Sweet spot is high and not large as many elongated paddles are, but if you put 3 grams at 4 and 8, that helped open that up, and that only brought the swing weight up to 119. As I mentioned, the sum of the parts was more than the specs. It just plays great, and I found it really hard to put down. It's ordering now, shipping soon. The first 1,000 orders will get the full bread and butter packaging complete with the Sasquatch sunglasses. $189.99, but bring that down 10% with code SSPBC. And of course, they come with that outstanding 30-day love it or leave it policy for the best in the biz. I should be getting the Gearbox GX2 Power in today, and hopefully the Bread and Butter Psycho soon. Looking at you, Aurora. 6.0 is finally coming out with something new, the Ruby Pro, so I hope to get that in my hands soon. Spartus, Fatic Pro, and Chorus have some things cooking, and hopefully we'll be seeing those soon as well. The buzz on the Spartus GT and the Chorus Phoenix have me really excited. I have some new reviews up on, or will be posted soon, for the 11.624 Alpha Pro Power Series and the Pickleball Apes Harmony Series, so please be on the look for those and check those out. I hope you like this. If you did, please give me a like, a follow, share, subscribe, all the things. Peace.